Hey, how are you doing? So you play League of Legends, the game that everyone hates and loves at the same time. You might feel frustrated about your teams, or maybe it's your gameplay. Maybe you feel a little bit stuck, or you simply can't carry hard enough. Which is absolutely okay, because I am a League of Legends coach with more than 3,254 people coached. Players that improved really hard from bronze to diamond, platinum to master tier, or they simply got out of low elo, or some of them even got to grandmaster plus. Here is someone that got from gold to master tier with the help of my premium personalized coaching. If you're looking to get a free OPGG review, an analysis of your stats that will help you understand what are your biggest mistakes and problems, and more importantly how to fix them, I'll tell you if the champions that you play are good for climbing or not. All what you have to do is go on my stream, twitch.tv/izazlol, follow it, and when I'm streaming, ask for some help. It's so simple. Do it right now, it does not cost anything. Follow my stream and find what you're doing wrong instantly. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You really don't want to miss out what I'm going to post here if you actually want to climb and improve hard. See you on the stream.
So from my perspective, it felt like I wasn't doing anything, and I had no real influence in the game, where I was leaving most of early and mid game up to my teammates. So in other words, I had no impact on like the major outcome of the early and mid game.
And what role do you play?
The worst early and mid game role in the game.
So what were you supposed to do? So if you're playing Vayne and you're expecting, you're like, yeah man, but I didn't carry the early game, I didn't engage. Wait, why are you playing AD carry then? Because you're not gonna, like, your expectations on AD carry is like, 1, I need to make sure I don't die. 2, I need to have a lot of damage while making sure I don't die. And 3, I want to play around my team, so I need to be aware in case they do something stupid, I'm there. So here there is no engage or do crazy major impact. You will have major impact by doing damage and not dying. This is the major impact. Because if you're expecting to like, okay, I'm gonna kill the Z1v1, I'm gonna make an engage with my ulti on Jhin, you can, but that's just 5% of the games. Majority of them is just gonna be up to, are you able to do damage? Are you able to play slow and have farm? Because there is no alternative. Engaging with Jhin is just gonna kill you over and over again. But be careful with your expectations, because they are not realistic judging of what role you play. Yeah. Most of the players, they think like, okay, but I need to do something, man. I need to do. If you're not dying and you're doing damage, that's doing something. It's not. You don't have to kill them one by one.
The Vayne level 2 strong PTA W proc from previous seasons, just steamrolling off of that, like just snowballing off of that, being able to stomp the lane, get them way behind, and then overtaking top and mid that way. That's what I'm used to.
That's good, but that's good if your support is like on the same page, and if you play a matchup that is able to do that. There are too many variables in that. And also Yan, I don't think she's yet like able to play this super aggressive playstyle. Like, no,
I'm very much aggressive. Not used to super aggressive.
I know. She's like very safe. She's like, okay, I just chill. I just poke a bit and back off. She's not like this playstyle of going, because you can play super aggressive, but you have to have like a player that is only playing engagers. Her playstyle is a bit different for that.
Yeah, I've noticed too that sometimes like I see an opening and I go for it and I just end up inting because I see the opening of them overstepping by like one step too close. And I just immediately jump on it.
Yes.
And I don't communicate that. I just I see the opening and I go. So are you able to pull up the stream now?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me pull it up.
Perfect. So we picked this matchup because I think we can just pick Jhin Rel every time, so we can get used to like a good synergy. So I think Jhin Rel is actually a very good synergy for you guys, especially because Yan is not really able to, like, she's not really super confident on engagers, I feel like. So if you play Jhin, she doesn't need to pay too much attention on your positioning, because you always have W, so no matter when she's engaging, she's gonna be able to get followed by your W on Jhin. So I think this is a good synergy if you guys wanna like take it. And then early one, what did we do? We took Prio. Early one, we tried to hit the minions, and then we tried to poke them a little bit. This was all good. So with the Rel, you have two types of positioning on support. Even in Jhin. Positioning number 1 is stay into the brush and consider going in or just zoning in the brush, or around AD carry positioning. Usually, when do you think one applies and when do you think the other applies?
I would generally want to stay in the bush when they don't have the ability to just freely poke me and earn, gold and resources off that.
True, and when you're able to like all in in a very easy way. And what about this positioning around the AD carry?
More when I need to stay with minions or look to punish when they go to CS.
True. And when they are also like when they are able to poke you if you're in the brush and you're not generating pressure, so when you can't go in and you know that and you can't have enough pressure by staying in the brush, you stay with the AD carry.
Okay.
This is the advantage is that it allows you to, if they go on him, to instantly react, because if he's right here and you stay into the brush and they go on him, you can't really follow that easy. So the rule of thumb, positioning into the brush is good if you know you're able to go in like instantly and reliably and you know you have pressure. But if you see that they're staying like here and they're like not respecting you and you can't go in, then stay around the AD carry. So this is like, this positioning is good. And then here we try to zone a little bit. We got the push. It's Samira level 1, she's very very weak, so you just try to like zone and all in. So it's very good so far. And then we try to all in here. Perfect. And then here after you push this wave, I told you Jan, go inward and Jin has to follow. Why at this point in time I said that, Jan?
Because they really can't engage on us here. Like, they would just take excessive damage from minions. They're down levels. Like, it would just be bad for them.
True. Because of the wave. And why now? Like right now at this exact time and not like in 10 seconds or?
Oh, they have no minions at the moment.
Perfect. So this is the perfect position to go for a ward, because first of all, we have the minions, so we're not gonna, like, they're never gonna be able to follow. Second of all, Jin doesn't lose any minion right here, because the wave is like into the tower. So I said go and push. Okay, you put this ward. The deep, like, how do you decide, Nyx, how deep should your ward be?
Me personally, I decide that depends on the enemy jungler.
Okay.
So they can easily go over walls. For example, Kindred, when I went earlier for a deeper ward, I did that because Kindred can just jump over the wall and immediately show up at that bush, and we don't have any time to react if we're pushed up, which is the whole reasoning for the ward, to be able to play more aggressively.
Okay. Sounds good. And if you go for a deep ward right now, because it's Kindred, what are you gonna lose in the lane?
I will miss 1 or 2 melees.
Exactly. And melees give you a lot of XP. So you're right, you need to put your ward based on the jungle. Like, the deeper the ward is, usually depends on the jungle, but it depends a lot more on the wave that you pushed. Because if you have a big wave into the tower here, let's say, like if you have a big wave into the tower that you just crush, not this one but a big one, you can go for a deeper ward on the blue buff or also on the middle of the river. But now you're not able to do that, because look where is the wave. So maximum this word, in this position with the position of the wave. So yes, based on the jungle, but more based on the wave, because you don't want to lose this. And now you just zone. Good. Because you got prio level 1 and you did something with your prio, now you're able to zone them. Just last it, but zone them. At this point, what positioning should the rel have, Jan? What should you have?
Probably the bush.
Perfect, because you're able to go in right now. You're level 2 right now. So you're able to, so this is good positioning that you're in the brush. And right here, I said, okay, just zone, play slow. And right here, at this point in time, I said, done with the slow push, you gotta crush and you gotta do it now. Next, why did I say that?
Because their wave is coming up and our wave is coming up behind us, and we don't want the waves to stall and freeze.
So you want to crush this really hard, because the wave is very bad and in a very uncomfortable position. Also, rel is beautifully helping. And now I told you, hey, you can go for a cheater recall, meaning that you can recall right now. But why did I say that, Nyx?
Because we're crushing a very big wave, so it's going to take them a long time to clear the minions, and because of the way minions work, they're not gonna get off the turret. So I'm not gonna miss any minions, or maybe 1 or 2 at most.
And the wave is gonna bounce into you as well. Second of all, because this wave is crushed, and every time when we crush a wave, the next wave that is from their base is pushing into us, and mainly because they are not too low to keep us in the lane, so we can actually kill them. If they are low and you're going for cheater recall, you're inting. You have to stay in the lane if you know you can actually kill them reliably. But in this case, it wasn't the case. They are full HP. I said, crush the big wave. They are full HP. Let's go for the recall. And because we recalled, we had this amazing wave state. And when the timing of the jungle came to gank you, what happened?
They couldn't.
They couldn't do shit. So wave management is gonna help you to be more consistent if we learn this, as you can see, because you're not gonna be gankable. Like now, you're not gankable. It's just impossible. Wave is coming into you. It's super, super, super good. And then we can also get ganked if we want. And the poor Samira, she was 20 CS behind by default because she had worse wave management. You didn't do anything crazy, okay? Punish her or like, no. Just wave management. And here, when you guys are looking to freeze and to pull the minions, what should you take into consideration right here next when you're freezing?
I look at my rolls HP and I also look at where our minion wave is because I don't want it to lose like 150, 200 HP because then we can get just all in.
Exactly. Be very careful if you're losing too much HP right now because the wave is super close, well, super far, then don't do it. Then just like now the wave is here and the wave is not too big, so you can do it. But you have to take into consideration 1, the size of the wave that is coming into you, and 2, the incoming minion wave, like how far it is. And in this case it was good, but be careful because this can backfire. If you're just losing a lot of HP and you're using this, you're gonna lose games 100%. Okay, the all-in right here when Kha'Zix goes, as you can see, it's a bit early. Look at this.
Okay.
Look at this. You just go in right now. I would go in when I would go in when he's right here.
Okay.
Because if you go in right now, they're just gonna back off now. So you should have gone later. Exhaust is good.
Basically, when he was ready to jump, that's when we should have.
Yeah. Or from my perspective, I thought he would take the short way when I saw that Samira was out of position relative to Vigar.
I see. The problem is that if he goes short way and we go in, he can just flash out. But if Kha'Zix goes like this and cuts her off, then from here, what is he gonna? I mean, she can flash into his face, but it's hard.
Yeah. And if he doesn't jump immediately and she flashes, he can follow with the jump.
Yeah. This is like super early. And also like Q before the crit. Like, let's see if you do it here.
I did, yeah.
In this case, you did. Okay, and then here we just pushed. We just pushed because we got kills. So I said, hey, crush this wave. You have 1k gold. You just got the kill. Use W on the wave. Push it fast and then recall. And then at this point in time, I said, hey, you have to recall. And then I said, escort the wave first. You don't want to let them freeze. You have to push one more. But before you push one more, go in ward first. Why did I say that now I told you to ward first? Why did I tell you?
You have no idea where Kindred is.
True.
Don't know where Kindred is, and there's no minions for me to take, so what's there for me to lose?
True. So, and what are they gonna do in the next 15 seconds, 20 seconds?
Push the wave.
True. And how is the ward gonna...
It's gonna prevent, or at least hopefully we can see if she comes.
Exactly.
And we can just leave it.
First we ward, we put the ward so we make sure when we're crushing we're not gonna be in danger. Second of all, again, you just really wanna be safe before doing this kind of things. And here, you should have warded a little bit earlier. Like, this is also a fine word, but what's the purpose of the word?
To do that safely.
Yeah. And where should we put it? Deep or close to us?
If I go deep right now, I lose minions.
You lose minions. Plus, the purpose of the word is that you just want to make you safe to push this minion, and then you're gonna recall anyway. So you should put it right here, just here, and then go. Yes, usually it's a bad word. I agree. If you have a big wave, you should go for a deeper, or usually you should go minimum this word or this word if you can. But in this case, the purpose of the word is not to prevent you from gank. It's to prevent you from gank in the next 10 seconds, which this word is already doing that. Because you just want to crush.
Okay, I'd never even considered that short word.
Yeah, it just depends on what you want to do. If you want to recall in the next 10 seconds, then put the word, prevent yourself from being safe, but from being like aggressive, but you have to recall. Like, you're not going to stay in the lane, so why put it deep? And at this point in time, I said, wait a second, you have a lot of gold. Wait a second, you have to recall. But I said, you guys can cheese. Why did I say that right now?
Vigor's half HP, no mana.
Exactly. And what's our engage?
Full HP almost.
Exactly. And our engage
is half mana.
Exactly. And our engage is super reliable. It's a rare engage. It's not easy to actually play around it. So here, two options. Veigar is staying here and we just go on him, or Veigar is not staying and we go on Samira. Very simple. And it worked super simple. Super simple. And now this is we push, you recall. Again, Kha'Zix was in the jungle, so we also should have just stayed there for a plate, but no problem. Yeah, well, you should stay for a plate, not really hover, because you have 2k gold. Okay, right now, the brush positioning is very good. Let's see. Okay, one second. Okay, so you go, perfect. Let's see this one. Good positioning by Rel. Try to stay around the AD carry. This is very bad. Okay, so what should Rel do right now?
Probably start walking up a little bit and being closer to Jhin.
Exactly, but why?
Mostly because I can't actually engage from that bush at that point in time because the wave's too pushed up.
So if I'm Jhin here or like Samira, I'm super like happy to go in. So you should walk up like here to like scare them away, because if you just look at your clicking, you're like clicking up, but then you're clicking back, and then you're clicking back again, then you're running, and then you're clicking up, but they don't see you. It's basically it's just 1v2. You see this? So no matter what kind of positioning you have, brush positioning or just close to Jhin positioning, you have to be able to help Jhin in case he gets in trouble. You have to stay around the Jhin. Like worst case, if you want to stay in the brush, extremity of the brush right here, so you can follow up immediately in case they go in. This can be big thing, big thing. So on support we have positioning, game knowledge, and when to roam. On AD carry we have wave management, rotations, and both of you, we need to get a champion pool. These are the main things. Perfect. So how deep the ward should be, we talked about this. Okay, let's see, like here for example, Kha'Zix is here, he didn't get played. You should like walk up a little bit more when he puts the herald. Like now, the herald hits, and you just run. You should just stay here, so you can get the plates as well, because Veigar is zoned, so there is no threat really. And then here you go for a ward.
I was just too scared of Kindred, because we didn't have vision of Kindred.
Okay, and what's the engage of them?
Veigar.
True, so Veigar cage is down, so why are we scared about? Because you have Rel with ulti, so if the Q of Kindred is gonna engage on you, that's fine. He's gonna get engaged instantly. Plus it's 200 gold I think here, so
yeah,
it's pretty good.
It's just the late game ADC mentality of oh shit, I'm gonna get blown up.
Yes. And then here, how you said, okay, I'm so scared of the Kindred, I'm so scared. Where should you be your ward?
In that bush right there, but
yes.
I was trying to get a deeper ward because I was scared of Kindred.
True, but what if Kindred
which could get me killed?
Exactly, that's the thing, right? So here,
like I have a bad feeling. Checks the bush. Oh, I'm dead now.
Exactly. Like I'm like, okay, Kindred could be here. Oh, I mean, sure, you can greed a bit to ward, but I mean, ward here, just run after, because you only have 2 minutes into the tower. So this means that you don't have a insurance that they're gonna just be kept in the tower, so they can just move and Kindred can just jump over the wall. So here, just put the ward because you only have 2 minutes in the tower. You don't know where is Kindred, and then just run. This was hella greedy. Like this is really. And then you also wanted to put it there. So it's very scary. This is super scary. And then you still put it here. So at least it was good. Okay, and then something happened, and I was like writing down the mistakes. So let's see. It was from 12 to 30. So you just.
Here I thought that the red buff was like sharing thing, so I just made that mistake. I didn't know.
I see. And then why are we moving on the river here? Let's see. Okay, it's good. So you're trying to freeze. Good. Tried to go there, but it wasn't really possible. Okay, perfect. This is really good by the Jhin. Let's see. So super good follow up, super good camera. Let's see right here. So looking at this right now, Jan, how does this fight look like?
Well, this is my bad because this was a locked camera moment.
I see.
I didn't realize the cat was already dead.
Yes. And also, what about Kha'Zix?
And Kha'Zix was also like dead, basically. Yep.
Exactly. So the most important thing when you go into the fight is number advantage. Like now you basically have, okay, you can say you have one guy here, but it's not really one guy because it's just his ulti. You can say you have 70% of one guy and you, but then it's 3 people. So you're not really gonna have damage. So every time when you go in, you really try to keep it on a big eye on before engaging. Okay, is this a number advantage or disadvantage? And sometimes you can also engage when you have big number disadvantage, but only in situations when they are low or you have a strong carry that can do a lot of damage. Because here we just engaged 2v3, and it was kind of like 1v3, really more than 2v3.
And I just tried helping.
Yeah, ulti is fine. Ulti is fine. Like the fact that you guys move there is okay, but I wouldn't go like this is really good that you guys move because they're fighting. This is really good. So far it's super good. Maybe you guys can kill Kindred W. The moment when see Katarina is already dead, don't even ulti as Jhin. Just run away back.
Okay.
That's all. We
Just
shouldn't
walk
engage.
away.
Like
Okay.
covering is good, but I would only consider engaging of the chaos if the chaos, like if they're really low, or I know that I can
Okay.
get something reliable.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you
Okay.
guys tried is good, because in solo queue, what can you do? Ignore. Yeah, but if you ignore every fight, it's just the definition
Mhm.
of losing every game. Because they will fight, and they will fight when they shouldn't fight. So, and this was good. Here you asked me, should I push? Should I push? Well, you can't really push because you know you're gonna be 1v2, and enemy jungle can also come. I told you to double the brushes so you can actually make sure that Veigar is not there. Then I told you to recall. Jan, why did I say that you can roam now?
Because the wave has completely pushed the tower. I have no reason to be there. They're not even there. I can't get XP by staying in lane.
True, and main reason is that the Jhin is in base, and even though there were some minions on bot lane, if you have a reliable roam to go mid, then it's good to stay mid. And since the Z is here, you have Katarina. He just used his W. It's good. I hope we can also do maybe one game where maybe next time when we look at Jan gameplay.
Okay.
So I'd like to see your camera and like how you play. And this I said, okay, stay a little bit more. It's good that you stay fog of war. But I said, hey, Jhin, you have to go to bot lane. You have to catch the wave. But you can stay a bit more. Why did I say that, Jan? Why did I say that Jhin can go take the wave?
Because the wave's gonna crash near tower
True.
where they're at right now.
And why didn't I say, okay, Jan, you need to go bot to take the XP? Why did I say that?
There's no tab I can hit. I'm trying to remember like what was going on at that point.
So what do you think, Nix? Why did I say that she can stay a bit more here?
So it's only Samira bot lane. We don't have vision of Veigar, so he could also be mid lane. And Katarina's already trying to engage this fight. I'm hovering with W range. This is a possible easy pick.
Plus, if you
Okay.
think about it, the experience, like one wave of experience at level 6 on Rel when you already have your ulti, is not a big of a deal.
Okay.
Not even at level 3. Maybe at level 2 when you're like really useless and you're moving on mid and you're losing farm bot, I would say go bot, back bot. But level 3 and level 6, you're already very strong. You have all of your abilities, so you can hover more. The experience is not that useful for you. So if you have a free kill on mid lane like this, you can stay. This is huge because Katarina got something here. So you had one guy that is playing the game. Okay, and then we had a lot of fights when he didn't use the Q before the fight. And the Q before the crit. And we lost a lot. Like, let's see. This one is 1, I think. Yeah, we experiment the rotation a lot this game. Let's see, good W, ulti. Okay, I think Jhin is going. Let's see. Okay, it was 26. Let's see. Okay, this fight right here. Okay, here I said you guys can move. Even though Jhin was taking the wave, I said you guys can move because he's fighting. So it's good to actually move there. And don't be scared with Rel to engage if Zed is going in. This is good. You have W. A bit too scared with Rel here. We could have just engaged. As you can see, the Jhin had W in the meantime. So if you go in at any time if you go in right now, he has W. So we were a bit too scared. This is why I think if we play this matchup, it's gonna work well with Jhin. And then we just kill him. That's good. And then here the fight. Let's see how you play this. Very good from Jhin. Very good from Rel staying around the Jhin. Then Kindred goes here.
I should have autoed that wolf to get 4 shot.
Yeah,
Ready.
and then here you just leave the wave mid lane because he started the fight top. You could have done it faster. Like now, the moment you see Camel just went in, you just have to go there. You can't go to mid lane.
Okay. I thought about just ditching him.
Yes, but maybe you can get something here. Look at this.
Yeah.
And this is like fine. And then here Camel went in, and this is Mentage. And here, imagine you queued before the crit. You did 549 damage. You would have done around 620 damage, I think, roughly speaking. So 170 damage more. So he would have died here. Before he's ulting, you see this?
Okay.
Because you crit and then you Q, and then he doesn't ulti, and then he ults. So if you just Q before the crit, because if you use the auto attack, use Q and then 4th shot, 4th shot is gonna do more damage. If you do 4th shot and then Q, so let's say your Q does 50 damage and your 4th shot is gonna do 200 damage default. But if you Q first, the guy is gonna be lower, which means missing health is gonna increase your damage. So you're gonna do like 225 if you Q first. But if you don't Q first, you do 4 shot and then Q, you just do 200 damage. So this little bit of a damage can make the difference. You're very good mechanically. I think Jhin is your champ. So if she plays Rel and you play Jhin, I think this is a very good synergy that you guys should play more. And maybe you guys can do... Okay, so let's make a pool.
I actually don't feel that good on Jhin.
You feel more better on Vayne?
Mechanically, yes. Although I enjoy Jhin just because he's lazy.
For those of you who are struggling winning and climbing in solo queue but are serious about getting better, I also do coaching for players that want to improve and get their gameplay to the next level. Coaching can't make you better if you just play normals and ARAMs and don't like playing ranked, or you don't care about improving, you just play for fun, or let's say you just play the game for like 3 hours, maybe 4 hours per week, and that's about it. Coaching doesn't help you. Coaching can help you if you feel hard stuck, if you struggle carrying games, if you want to stop wasting time autopiloting and not learning anything, if you run into a circle for a long time, if you want to find out the mistakes that hold you back, or simply maybe you have problems with the wave management, maybe you feel lost throughout the mid game, maybe you struggle with the decision making, macro, and you just want to learn how to do it properly from a professional coach. Or let's say you have difficulties checking the enemy jungle and you die a lot to ganks. Or simply maybe you just want to learn how to carry 1 versus 9 so you can actually climb and stop really wasting time. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and book your own coaching now and start improving instantly. I'll see you in the session.